Hey everyone, it's Kathleen at Knots of Grace. How are you today? It is Friday. I almost said January. Wow, that's crazy. March 26th, and this is our feature Friday for March. I'm super excited to be here. As always, I love being here with you. And this week, or this month, what I'm going to be sharing with you, I have a fun little tip. And I think it's fun anyway, based on what I do. I think it's fun. And then also I want to share a new product. I've posted about it before, but I wanted to share it with you today so you could see it. And then the tip goes along with the new product as well. So when you pop in, if you would say hello, I'd love to say hello back and let them know who's here with me today. And for those of you regulars who are with me normally at 11:10 a.m. on Fridays, this time was a little different, right? Because it's at 11:30 instead of 11:10. So I wanted to switch it up a little bit and see how 11:30 worked for everyone instead of 11:10. It might, and especially since the daylight savings shift, and I know the West Coast is now 3 hours difference from us in Atlanta. I wanted to give a little bit extra time for people to wake up in the morning. So happy day, happy Friday, happy almost end of March, happy almost Easter. My gosh, there's so many things that are going to be happening here soon. Just a couple more weeks and Easter is here. I hope your Lent has been what you needed it to be. And so whatever that, if it was joyous, if it was heartfelt, if it was, I just hope it was exactly what you needed it to be. So with that, like I said, I'm Kathleen. For those of you who are new, I'm Kathleen from Knots of Grace. I am the founder and the creative behind the products that you see at Knots of Grace. You can see, well, actually, I did do all of these too, but these over here on what is my left, which is, I believe, your right, you can see a lot of our door rosaries. That is one of our primary products. And then behind me, let's see, which way can I go? Behind me here, right there, those are some of our rearview mirror rosaries for your vehicles. So those are some of the things. You can go out to knotsofgrace.com and see what all the products are that we have out there. But the one I'm going to be showing you to you today is actually not one of the two that I just mentioned. I did mention that that is one that I have posted before. But it's not sorry, I'm doing two things at once because I wanted to show you what it is I'm going to show. So it is a rosary bracelet. So it's not our runner's rosaries. This is actually a stretchable, stretch cord rosary bracelet. And so that's just a quick little screenshot. I'm going to close out of that for right now and then come back to me. So a couple of things I wanted to let you guys know about, let you all know about, is shipping. I'm not sure if any of you follow all of the shipping changes that happen. You may or may not. I do, obviously, since this is what I'm doing as a business. But I wanted to let you know that the USPS, U.S. Postal Service, which is our primary way that we at Knots of Grace send our packages out, they have come out and said that packages are delayed. So yes, it's COVID related. It's many different things related. But just expect that the minimum amount of time for first class mail to reach you, if let's say you're in Atlanta and it's shipping here from the Atlanta area, the least amount of time most likely is 3 days. So hey Kelly, how are you? I'm glad you're here. So it's 3 days minimum. And I have noticed that if it's going all the way, from the East Coast to the West Coast, it's actually taking more like 7. So just be patient. With all of our packaging, you do get a tracking number, and so you can track where your shipment is, and so you have that. And then if there's any issues along the way, all you have to do is reach out to me at hello@knotsofgrace.com, and we will do our best to figure out what's going on with your package. But knock on wood, we've been pretty fortunate over the years and only have had a few issues here and there. So, and we've made right by all of them. So with that fun little bit of note, I'm going to go jump into the tip of the day. So one of the things that actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of things. So I'm going to talk about a new product that we have in our shop, and it is the lava. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Nope, that was what I wanted to do. Sorry, guys. Trying to do too many things at once. So I'm going to post it in the comments just so that if you want to go check it out, you can. But I'm also going to actually go to the product so you can see it on the screen in the shop. Give me just a second as I'm going to share screen again. Application window, Chrome tab. Don't you like me talking to myself as I'm doing this with you all? Isn't that so much fun? It is live TV, right? Or live on Facebook and YouTube. If you are joining us, thank you for joining us today. It's going to be a reasonably short Feature Friday, unless you want to see something. I'm happy to show you whatever you'd like to see. The product that we have today is a personalized lava bead rosary, rosary bracelet, forgive me. And it is a new product. And right now I have 10 of them that I can make. Finding Kelly. And so I have 10 of them that are available to make. And then if there's a big demand for them, I will go purchase some more beads, and I will make as many as you all want. So as you can see here, I'm scrolling down. You can see all the different pictures. This particular product comes in 2 different options, which I'll show you just a moment. But what the tip is for today, and forgive me if you're getting seasick right there, or getting a little nauseous, is how to measure your wrist to know what size of bracelet, because this is a personalized bracelet. It's only $9.95. So you get a personalized bracelet for, not a lot of money. And it's a great gift, especially for any teens that are going to be receiving their confirmation this spring, or if you just want a little bit of faith on your wrists, another faith reminder on your wrist that you can use as a rosary. So this tool or this guide is in the actual listing. There are 10 of these available, like I said, and we'll go through pretty quickly how you do this. So I'm going to jump out of this screen. Maybe, there we go. And jump out of the screen, and then I'm going to go to this other camera so that you guys can see that. Hopefully you can see that okay now. So this is my other camera that I have. And so we have 2 different options here for the rosary bracelet. We have one that is personalized in white beads, and then the other is personalized in black beads. All of them have a royal blue howlite cross, and then all of them have 10 beads for your rosary, 1 Our Father bead, and then, or 1 center bead if you want to call it that, and then we have our 3 final Hail Marys. And then the number of beads that will go here will be determined by the size of the bracelet. So this right here, there are 10 of them. This is a 7.5-inch bracelet that I have here. And you can see as I put them on my wrist, I have fairly small wrists, and they fit a little low on my wrist. So I would actually want them a little bit smaller for me specifically, but these were how I was making them, as a test model. So, and as some of you know who've purchased products from Knots of Grace before, I test our products before I release them, because I want to make sure that they're worthy enough for you to receive and enjoy. So we do that on purpose. So how do you measure your wrist? I don't know about you, but buying online, sometimes you think, oh, this shouldn't be too hard. I can do this. All I need to do is, it's a medium. I wear a medium all the time. So then a medium, this should fit just as well as a medium that. Well, bracelets aren't always the same. So since these are personalized with your initials, I can personalize it to your wrist size as well. So what you can do, there's a bunch of different options. If you have fancy little tools like this, which is it's actually meant for measuring your wrist for making bracelets, then you can use that. But if you're like most of us, you don't have that, right? You probably have a fabric measuring, tape measure. Thank you, Bring. A fabric tape measure, or like this one, if you can see this, if you've been to IKEA, you probably have, used one of their little strips before, and you can use that. And I use this. This is actually on one of my boards. I took it off, but I keep it on my board all the time, so that way I can measure really easily. But anyway, and then the third way is if you don't have a pretty tape measure or one from IKEA, then all you need to do is get a strip of paper. So just take a piece of paper out of your printer, cut a piece of it off, or a scrap piece of paper, whatever you need. And then the next thing you're going to do, and I'm going to show you, I'm probably going to jump out of the screen here, is you're just going to take it and you're going to wrap it around the spot on your wrist. And it's easier if you have a friend to help you, to be honest with you, because you can see I'm fumbling a little bit. But once you get where you want it, so this to me would be too tight. I would not like that, because for me, I don't want anything to rub on this bone, but that's just me. I want mine to be a little bit looser. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I want to have, I don't know, maybe, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this, and I'm going to hold it right here, and then I'm going to find my ruler. As you can tell, my ruler is used for lots of different things. My ruler is telling me that my wrist measure snugly is just shy of 6.5 inches. So 6.5 inches, if I want to make it a little bit of a looser fit, like a comfort fit, then I'm going to say I want it to be 7 inches. So I'm adding about anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 inch to it, in order to make it that snug or that comfort fit. So again, if you go back to, let me switch screens here. I hope this is making sense. Please let me know if it does make sense, or if it doesn't, I will definitely go through it in a different way. This is it. So for me, if I'm going to add 1/2 inch to my 6.5 inch wrist, I'm going to want a 7-inch medium. So then when I go to check out, I'm going to request a 7-inch medium bracelet. So when you go and check out, then you'll let me know what the 3 initials are that you want. If for some reason you don't want initials on yours, I can replace the 3 initials with 3 more lava beads. So one of the things I mentioned in here, so that's your tip of the day. How do you measure your wrist to figure out what size, what size of bracelet that you should get? And that's whether you're buying something from Knots of Grace or you're buying something from anywhere. It might be something that you want to just do, like let's say it's been a while since you measured your wrist. It might be something that you want to do and just kind of put it in your Evernote or put it somewhere so that way you have it all the time. And most of our wrists aren't going to change all that often. But you have that measurement there, and you can say, okay, a 6.5 is snug, and then a 6 3/4 is comfortable, and a 7 is loose for me, and I want it loose today. So there's certain bracelets, like a cuff bracelet, you don't want loose. You want that to be more snug. So you have this for you. And if you put it in your Evernote or your notes in your phone, wherever you have notes, that way you have it with you all the time. So that is that. So the other tip that I have for the day has to do with the bracelet itself. So for those of you who have been with me for a while, know me for a long time, you know that I like essential oils. And so these bracelets are made of lava stone or lava rock, whichever way you want to call it. So they're very porous, and it means that I can put some essential oils in it, and then that way I can wear my essential oils without putting it directly on my skin. And so I have some essential oils here. And all I do, and you only want to use a little bit, and this goes for anything, whether it's this bracelet or for any other bracelet, you only want you only want a little bit, because a little goes a long way when it comes to pure essential oils. I'm going to go back to my little screen here so you can see what I'm doing. So here's the bracelet, and I'm just going to use the Our Father bead here. Just because it's right there. And I'm going to take my essential oils, and you can do one of two things. If you can see on here, it's kind of glistening. So that means I have some oil that's already on the surface here. So if I want to just put a very little bit on my bracelet, then I'm just going to touch the bead and almost like wipe the bead in there. And if you can see, can you see it getting wet there? I'm trying to get it so it shimmers on there. So you can see that it's getting wet there. And that way I didn't have to, because sometimes, I don't know about you, but when I use a dropper, when I want it to be one drop, it ends up being like 3. So that's an easy little, hack, if you want to call it. And then you can see that I have a little bit of extra on my finger. So I'm just going to rub it on the other ones too. And then, give it a second or two, and then it's ready to be worn. And it's, it'll touch your skin just for, it'll touch your skin just for a little bit. But then after that, it's going to dry, and all you're going to do is smell the essential oil and have that aromatherapy with you all day. So that is just a fun little thing that you can do with these. So if you're interested in this, one for yourself or one for someone who's receiving a sacrament soon, or for your best friend who just loves essential oils and also wants to express their faith, these are great little gifts for them. So, and then always I love it if, for those of you who join me as a VIP, once a month I send everyone a newsletter of what's new and what's going on, and just like a little snapshot into what's going on at Knots of Grace, or what's going on in my little world, and some tips and different things, little fun things once a month. And then as a VIP, you get exclusive discounts, including all year long, you're eligible for 12% off all of our products. So, and you know, that is only available to VIP members. It's not available to anyone else. And then throughout the year, sometimes little bonuses come here and there, and just little other things. And then VIPs usually get the first notifications of sales and discounts that are coming up. And you just get to be part of the crew, right? So I would love it if you joined us. Just go to knotsofgracevip.com and you just enter in your name and your email address, and then you're on the list. So, and you'll know that you've gotten to the website of knotsofgracevip.com when you see my smiling face right there. So it's pretty easy. Yeah, I know you love essential oils. Whenever I make things with essential oils, like these bracelets and stuff like that, Kelly, I think of you. And so I just think that's funny. But last thing before I go, I just wanted to remind everyone that shipping in the United States is free for all orders 35 and over. And so just remember that. So if you're buying one of these, if you buy 4 of them, you get free shipping. But there's a lot of other products in our shop that will get you free shipping right away. So I hope you go exploring at knotsofgrace.com, and I hope you join us as a VIP. You can join us as a VIP at knotsofgrace.com as well. And we are getting close to Mother's Day too, so you might want to start thinking about, you know, do I want to send something to Mom this year? Do I want to bring some extra faith into our home? Do you have any new mothers in your life who need that little extra faith reminder around them? We have all sorts of stuff. So if you have questions, you can find out how to reach me here on Facebook. You can always DM me, or you are always welcome to go to the site and find our contact information there at knotsofgrace.com. All right. Well, I hope you had fun today. I had a blast, and I really loved showing you how to do that, because I don't know about you, sometimes, you know, just those little things of, I want to buy this bracelet, but I just don't know what size I wear. Well, I gave you the tools and you know, a little tip on how to do that. So until next time, I will see you then. All right. You take care. Happy Easter, because I won't see you before then. All right. Bye-bye.